It paid off.
Have you guys
You need
spoken
to-
since
No,
after all
no,
this?
not
or-
yet. Not yet.
Do you want to, or
Of course. I send them numerous
would you
messages
try to?
of...
So you've sent him messages and he just doesn't reply?
Yep.
Yo, welcome to The Big Take. I'm your host, John Red, here to bring you the biggest take in professional open bodybuilding, and I'm coming to you guys on this Wednesday night to talk a little bit about the debacle going on between Samson Dauda and his former coach, Milos Sarcez. Now, I was going to try not to talk about this too much because I don't want this channel to become the bodybuilding gossip channel, right? But there's been so many conflicting stories between the two parties that I just couldn't help myself. So my uncle has this saying that there are three sides to every story: my side, your side, and the absolute truth. So with that being said, you know, take everything that these athletes and coaches are saying in this video with just a grain of salt. But let's start out with post Arnold Classic Ohio. So we're in the UK. Arnold Classic UK wraps up. Samson's wife, Milana, picked him for that show. Samson looked significantly better. And then after the show, Fouad, Albiad, and the gang do an episode of bodybuilding and bollocks at a local gym in the UK, post-show to talk about, you know, what just happened, right? So Samson kind of spills the beans on the differences that his wife took and Milos took in peaking them for this show. So he essentially says that we didn't carb up. Samson's got super round muscle bellies and the guy really never goes flat, right? So you starve him. He cuts up and he doesn't get flat. So it's like he says, why are you gonna fill me up? Which is the approach that him and his wife took for the Arnold Classic UK, which yielded a much better result. So let's check out this video of bodybuilding and bollocks and see what Samson had to say.
The difference between Ohio and the UK. What was something that you guys did that was different?
We didn't carb up for the show.
So,
You know,
Milos was carving you up and you guys didn't carb
yeah,
up.
because most of the time, you know, we see me every week, especially last week of the show. You know, we go through the whole week, low carbs. We get to the end of the week. I'm posing in front to send out my posing
still
video. We're
round.
looking at going, what the hell? You look hard and round. And so if that's the look you get at that point, why
Why are we carbing up?
Why?
Okay, so there you have it. So a new bro chat dropped today where Fouad kind of hints to there being more issues between Milos and Samson aside from the whole peaking thing, right? We all think that Samson got rid of the guy because the peak wasn't going right. And when you listen to what Fouad has to say, he kind of tells you without telling you that it's actually something different. So let's check out what Fouad had to say.
And then the second thing is, and I don't want to reveal too much, but like a lot of people that are making these comments about Milos and Samson don't know a lot of the other story. When you leave a coach, it's not always just because they didn't hit the peak. Maybe there are other things that you don't know about, that Samson is too classy to reveal, too classy to speak about, and he's just not saying anything.
So there you have it again. Maybe Samson is too classy to talk about whatever the hell went on between Milos Sarcez and him. And mind you guys, Samson can leave this guy for whatever fucking reason he wants to leave him. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you hate the way that they breathe at night and you want to leave them, fucking leave them. It's your prerogative. If the ship won't stay afloat with them snoring at night and you can't deal with it and you don't want them to sink, get rid of them. I don't care if they won the Olympia 3 times in a row and nothing ever went wrong and Samson wanted to leave. Samson can fucking leave if he wants to. It's not that big of a deal. But Milos Sarcez went on the Cutler cast, which I watch avidly with my boy Jay Cutler and manager Matt, and the things that are coming out of his mouth about Samson not returning his calls and his messages kind of lead you to think that maybe there was some other shit going on where Samson doesn't even want to talk to the guy. I don't want to dwell on it too much, but let's see what Samson had to say about that. Excuse me, Milos had to say about
It
that.
paid off.
Have you guys
You need
spoken
to-
since
No,
after all
no,
this?
not
or-
yet. not yet.
Do you want to, or
Of course, I send him numerous
would you
messages.
try to?
Of,
So you sent him messages and he just doesn't reply?
Yep. Yeah.
Does that hurt your feelings, or?
No, I let everybody do it at their own times, and I don't pressure.
So Jay Cutler straight up asked him, yo, does that hurt your feelings that he's not responding to you? Milos, being the gentleman that he is, he says, no, I let everybody take their time to do whatever they want to do, and I get it. And if Samson doesn't want to talk to Milos, Samson doesn't want to talk to Milos. It's his prerogative. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. But as you guys know, after Samson placed third at the Olympia, he went into 2 more shows, Prague and Romania, and he also let everybody know that his wife, Milana, actually prepped him for those shows also, right? Which he won both and looked pretty good in both. But when they asked Milos on the show if that was the case, Milos essentially put a hard no on it. He said, nah, I prepped him. So let's see what Milos had to say about that real quick.
Just to explain when somebody would challenge me, say, oh, you didn't even do it. Oh, of course I did it.
Because I'm going to say this because I saw comments.
Yeah.
Milos
So,
didn't really coach him. And I was like, wait a minute. Yes, he did.
But of course I got him in for those shows with Marlena being there right next to him.
She's your eyes on the ground.
Yes.
No difference when Regan has done shows. You'd message me
Yeah.
1,200 times.
That's a kind of example.
And I tell you what I see, and you tell me what to have to do.
I think you're over the.
So that's a great point. Milana is the eyes on the ground. If Milos can't be there, then it's only to everyone's advantage that he communicates with everybody, and he sees the picture that Samson sends him, and then he talks to Milana, and he's like, hey, what's going on? And she tells him what she sees in person. We all know that it's a different story looking at it on camera or a picture or a live stream compared to being there in actual person. And, this could just be semantics. Samson saying she prepped him for those shows. He might just means literally just piqued her, and she was the most hands-on person on the team during these shows. But nonetheless, Milos didn't really feel that way. So let's see what he has to say a little bit more about this whole peaking for Romania Prague prep deal.
So for me, just that was one slap. When I heard him, say that she dialed him in. I watched him pose. We told him what needs to do next as a team.
It was no different than any
it's
other
no
show.
difference.
But you weren't present.
I was not present.
She
Yeah,
was
but
there.
I was not present in Egypt or first 5 shows that I prepared him. So by all means, I don't want to say.
So Milos says that was essentially a slap in the face for them to say that he was not active in that prep, in that peak for Romania and Prague, and I get it. I kind of feel for Milos, I'm not going to lie. I like that dude a lot. And not to say that Samson's wrong, Milos is wrong, but you can tell Milos is a little bit bothered about that. Who wouldn't be bothered about it? I would. You're fucking on the way to Mr. Olympia, and all of a sudden the carpet gets pulled right from beneath you, and then you got to just work with Baruz. But Baruz looks fire, so we ain't got to worry too much about that. Baruz has a very, very promising future, so I'm not worried about that. I know Milos is going to jump on his feet and continue to do what he does often. So last week, maybe early last week, late last week, I don't know, my boy Psycho Fitness got on Instagram Live and weighed in on the Samson Dauda Milos Sarcez situation, and he pretty much just echoed exactly what you heard Milos say. He says that, look, it's a team effort. There's a lot of times where I got somebody on the ground and they're telling me this and they're reminding me that I forgot this and I forgot that. I'm still the active coach. I'm just not there. And look, I know you might think it's too many cooks in the kitchen, but look, if you're not there on site, you got to have somebody that can let you know what's going on remote, that can actually see what these people are saying. But fucking Psycho Fitness just nails it on the head with this live video. And this is before Milos even came out with this stuff. And as a open pro coach, you got to take what this guy says seriously. So check out what your boy Psycho Fitness had to say.
So she saw a lot of stuff that Milos probably didn't see. So yes, she probably said, hey, let's do this meal, let's do that meal. They sent Milos a picture, and Milos said thumbs up. But it doesn't mean that she did the whole prep. She peeked him. She peeked him, and she peeked him extremely well. But Milos was looking at those pictures. He was saying thumbs up. Hey, what did you eat? I did this. I did that. I did this. See, these are things you guys don't know that we go through as a coach and as a trainer. We go through these things. None of us go into take a person into the gym and it's only us two. I will send pictures to somebody. I will ask Tech what her thoughts are. Tech will remind me, hey, didn't you say you wanted to do this with him? Oh, that's right, I did say that. Or didn't you want to do that with her? Yeah, that's not. Hey, you haven't added this in. Oh.
So there you have it. Psycho Fitness kind of brings everything home for everybody. Don't forget, Psycho Fitness is the guy that trained Sean Roden when he won in 2018. So this is a very, very reputable source. But look, I hope Samson can find a coach that works for him, and whether that be his wife or somebody like a Matt Jansen or fucking anybody. But I hope everybody fucking figures this shit out and we can move on from it. And I know I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I just couldn't fucking help it. But anyways, y'all, this is The Big Take. I'm your host, John Red, and I'm done. Bye.